Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Safe to say, was definitely not expecting to make this video today. I woke up this morning, just a few minutes ago, and surprise, surprise, we've got some brand new patch notes from Raven regarding a brand new mini update that just went live in Warzone. It's weird, we don't usually get patch notes for Warzone on actual update days, on Thirsty Thursdays. We just always get them on other random days of the week, including today, where, like I said, we got a new mini update. This fixes a handful of things in game, and more importantly, it also teases some brand new weapon tuning that's going to be coming soon. So as we go through everything, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Goal for today is going to be 4,000 likes. Let's see if we can try and hit that. And of course, if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't already subscribed, I'm always covering everything going on in COD. News, intel, updates, you name it, it's all right here. So feel free to subscribe, that way you can always stay up to date. Now, when it comes to the changes, the sizes of the first and second circles have been reduced for Verdansk Resurgence. This is just an LTM, so this is a change that's not going to affect, every single game. But if you are playing Resurgence on Verdansk, the new circles for the first and second zones are going to be a bit different. Then also, the end game open mic has been turned off for modes with infinite respawn mechanics. This was actually supposed to happen with the Season 3 update. Turns out it did not. But if you played Plunder at all recently, since obviously that is an infinite respawn mode, you probably know just how crazy it is when the match ends, because everyone in the lobby who wants to can jump on the mic and start screaming things. It's an instant F9 for me. It's an instant mute voice chat for me every single time I'm playing Plunder, because literally it is just a screaming match, it seems. But that has been fixed. No longer are you going to have 45 people yelling at you at the end of a Plunder match. Now, they did also finally seem to fix the Hunt for Adler event. As we know and as we talked about, I believe in, Monday's video, I think. The Hunt for Adler event has been broken literally since it was introduced. All the challenges for it in Warzone, at least, haven't had consistent tracking. I know some of you said in the comments that you could complete the challenge in Plunder occasionally. Some of you seem to get it in Battle Royale, but for the most part, the Warzone-related Hunt for Adler challenges were very, very broken. Either the tracking just wouldn't work, you'd do the whole scavenger contract, and then you wouldn't get any actual challenge completion for it, or you'd start it and the actual crates, the actual boxes for the scavenger hunt would spawn either completely out of bounds outside of the map. They'd spawn inside of random objects. You couldn't interact with them. So the challenge was extremely broken. But now for these patch notes, they said they fixed a bug with the challenge completion not tracking as intended, and they also fixed a bug causing intel to spawn outside of the playable map. Also, in addition to that, regarding the Hunt for Adler event, Raven did also end up tweeting saying, although the Warzone Hunt for Adler event issues have been addressed, we realize that little time remains for the actual event itself. We'd like to give everyone ample opportunity to complete their challenges. We're considering several options and we'll update you soon. So if I were to guess, maybe tomorrow when the actual playlist update goes live, and I believe when the event is actually set to end, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it extended through the weekend or maybe even through next week's update, just so that everyone can actually complete the challenge and get the actual new skin for Adler. Then, moving on, continuing through these patch notes, they also apparently fixed several map locations in Verdansk that allowed players to reach areas outside of the playable map. This includes, I believe, the stadium exploit, the TV station exploit, the airport exploit. We talked about this a few videos back as well, where you could actually get underneath the map, similar to how you could over on Rebirth from last season. But despite you being underneath the map, you could still move around, you could still shoot players and actually down players and take them out. So you could ruin games for other people while actually cheating and exploiting, basically. So very, very glad to see this one fixed. Pretty much any finish around airport or stadium or TV was very chaotic, because you'd say, okay, we have two other teams left. Where's the other team? Because you know where one is. One's completely MIA, one's missing. Then you quickly realize, oh, they're underneath the map. We're not winning this game. So very glad to see that one fixed. After that, they fixed a bug that would cause the gas mask overlay to remain on a screen indefinitely if a player exited the gas and their gas mask was fully depleted. Just a super annoying visual bug here that can actually affect gameplay quite a bit. It's all cracked and you can't really see all that well. So another pretty progressive fix there. They fixed a bug where the epic loot, the M82 semi-auto sniper, was incorrectly labeled as thermal. I actually picked that up the other day. I was like, oh, sick. We got a thermal sniper now. Zoomed in, wasn't thermal, completely clickbait. They ended up fixing that in this update. They fixed a bug where the Modern Warfare Razor Wire SMG Charlie blueprint can actually appear in loot caches. As you guys know, all the loot right now from chests and then also the ground loot is Cold War only. There are no Modern Warfare weapons to find while looting, only through loadouts. So they didn't want that in there. The R1 Shadowhunter crossbow had its reload audio restored that was bugged previously. They fixed a bug that disallowed players from exiting the plane in Battle Royale practice mode. You were just stuck there, you could not get off the flight. Then the explosion in the background of her dance no longer dances around when you're viewing it from different angles. It was sort of like framed weird sometimes. If you mounted, it would be really awkward. If you were parachuting, it'd like dance around, or you could make it dance around. Kind of a fun little bug with the visual stuff there, but they did end up fixing that, I believe, thanks to Geeky Pastimes, because the patch notes say thanks Geeky P. Now, that officially does it for the actual patch notes for today, but at the very end of their newly updated patch notes, Raven says, and a sneak peek at some upcoming changes. Balance adjustments to the CR56 Amax, the Fara 83, and the Bullfrog, and then also changes to the ADS firing speed on Cold War attachments. So let's break this down a bit. Obviously, this is hinting at some new weapon tuning. First up, the CR56 Amax. We kind of knew this one was coming because in the Season 3 patch notes, they said, and we are keeping an eye on the Amax, you know, no king rules forever, or whatever else it said. And that was pretty much a confirmation that, yes, the Amax was going to be nerfed in some way because, honestly, it is the best rifle. It's the most consistent rifle and probably the #1 choice. I do actually have a video coming out later on this week that actually breaks down why Raven is nerfing something like the Amax and now presumably the Fara and the Bullfrog. We got some cool insight on that recently, and like I said, that'll be coming out later this week, so stay tuned for that. But when it comes to the Amax nerfs, I'd anticipate maybe a damage drop-off towards the further ranges, because the range on the Amax is honestly really, really good. That's why it's so consistent, because up close, it's powerful. Medium range, it's powerful. Long range, you guessed it, it's powerful. So I'd expect, like I said, maybe a damage drop-off, maybe some increased recoil. On the Fara, I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to nerf there. Maybe they add more recoil, maybe they reduce the close range damage or something. Then for the Bullfrog, I honestly have no idea. Its range isn't fantastic. Its TTK up close if you're hitting headshots is though, so maybe they adjust that. I'm definitely curious to see what they adjust on the Fara and the Bullfrog. Then for the ADS firing speed on the Cold War attachments, if you guys didn't know, I think Jega just tested it the other day actually, just how fast some of the Cold War weapons strafing speed and ADS strafing speed is compared to like certain Modern Warfare weapons. It's night and day. There's like no point in using a Modern Warfare weapon half the time, so it seems like they're going to nerf that and bring it more in line, you could say, with some of the MW guns. But yeah, that is pretty much everything that ended up changing in today's mini update, and also what Raven revealed about the upcoming weapon tuning. That's going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with everything going on in COD, news, intel, updates, you name it, it's all right here. So feel free to subscribe. That way you can always stay up to date. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. And the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.